Hey guys, welcome back to Daisy Crochet, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys along with me to a night market, and I'm so excited. I have done this kind of night market in the past, but it was a couple years ago, and I didn't really know how this one was going to go. I wasn't expecting too much traffic, but you guys will see how it turned out, and thank you guys so much for coming along with me, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. Hey guys, apologies for this scary angle. I broke my tripod, so this is the best we're gonna get right now, but I'm just getting ready for the day, so I thought I would start filming because I have a market today. I am excited, also scared, so I thought I would just come on here and talk a little bit about it before we get going. So pretty much all I want to say is this is a night market, and I think it's only my second night market ever. I think it's only my second, but I could be wrong about that. I just don't remember doing any more than one. So I definitely meant my only outdoor night market because I've done a lot of indoor night markets, but I completely forgot about those. So yeah, it's my second outdoor night market. The last one that I did, which was like at the same place, was like 2 years ago, and it went really well. I'm hoping this one goes well, but I don't know. I just have a feeling, guys, that like nobody's gonna be there today. And like the weather's really nice and everything. I just think nobody's gonna be there. But I could be wrong, and obviously I'll let you guys know. I have to be there by 3 and it starts at 4. But we don't get our spots until we get there. So I know the general area we're going to be, but I do not know where I'm sitting on my table. So I'm gonna try and get there as early as I can because it kind of matters to me to get a good spot. At the last time I did this market, I did not get a good spot. I was on a different spoke, they call it, than all the other vendors because I signed up really late, which is fine. But it still went well for me, so I don't know. I'm not too worried about my spot or anything. I think we're all going to be in the same kind of area this time, so shouldn't really have much of an impact, but I still want to get there with lots of time so I don't feel rushed or anything. And I also forgot to get money out for the booth fee because at my last market I did, I paid the booth fee ahead of time, like I just e-transferred them. But at this market you have to pay in cash, or most people do at the market, and so I completely forgot that I had to do that, so I did not account for that when I was getting my float money out. So I might have to go get more money out because I don't think I'm gonna have enough for both my float and the booth fee. But if you guys are curious, the booth fee is $30. That is pretty typical for markets in my small town, so it's not too bad. And honestly, I'm not gonna say my goal is to make the booth fee back, just make the booth fee back, because that would be pretty disappointing. But at the same time, I'm so worried about this market going well that like honestly, once I make the booth fee back, I'm gonna feel so relieved, and I feel like I kind of always am, you know. So hopefully it's a good day. I will take you guys along with me through the whole day, and then we will do a breakdown afterwards, and I'll tell you guys how it went, best sellers, how much money we made. And yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic, but I am kind of worried. I'm not expecting a great sales day, but also I don't have as much inventory as I usually do. Also, I'm just doing this market by myself without Fiona, and this is actually my first market I've ever done without her, which is scary, but I'm trying to do things that are challenging to me, but also things that I enjoy, because I feel like so often in the summer especially, I have to do things that I don't enjoy, that scare me, including this summer. So this is something that's just for me, and I'm hoping that it is a good experience. But I am worried. I'm already kind of proud of myself because I feel like I would never have done something like this in the past. You may think that that's crazy, but I don't usually do things by myself, especially like without Fiona, and especially not things with our business, because we just always do it together. But she's not here, and I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm looking forward to it, and I've been ranting for a very long time, so I'll stop. But I wanted to fill you guys in and tell you that I'm getting ready. Also, the weather looks like it's gonna be really nice, so that is so good. I'm so grateful every time the weather looks good for a market, because sometimes it's not good and it's outdoors. So I'm hoping to be able to give you guys lots of updates at the market, but I don't know if there'll be really good times, so I'm gonna try and get as much footage as I can. But I'll also like let you guys know how it goes obviously afterwards. I think the next thing that I'll film for you guys is probably getting my stuff ready to pack up in the car or showing you guys in the car or whatever. And then I typically don't record during my setup because it's too chaotic for me and I don't bring my tripod. I will get as much footage of that as I can and then we will start the market. So I'm really excited to take you guys along with me. Don't forget to watch our other market day vlogs if you haven't already after this one. We also have a 2025 market season playlist that I recently made, and it has all of our market prep and market day vlogs all in one spot for you. So there's also one called Markets that has all of our markets ever on the channel, but if you just want to see this year's, then there's also a playlist there for you, and I will link it in the iCards. But anyways, I'm gonna actually stop yapping this time and continue getting ready for our market today. Okay, actually I lied. I want to tell you guys one more thing because I think it's kind of funny and cool. So apparently every night at this place that I'm doing the market, not every night, every Thursday night, they have like live music from like a local musician or whatever, and there's like a stage there, so that's where they perform. And this Thursday it is my high school music teacher is performing. So that starts at 7, and I'm a little worried it's going to be a drag show type situation that we had at the Pride Market. If you know, you know. Everyone kind of left an hour before it actually ended because there was a drag show, and I kind of feel like that's going to be the situation this time because the music starts at 7 and it ends at 8. So I'm hoping for the best on that one, but also it'll probably be drawing a crowd, so that's great. Also, I hope there's food trucks there because usually there is, but I don't know about this year. They haven't really advertised much about that. If not, I'll eat when I get home, but I would love a food truck treat. Hey guys, we're at the market now. It's really nice, so that's good. I got set up. Last time I got really mad, I was like whispering the whole time, but I'm probably gonna do that again, so let's face it. There's another crochet vendor, but it's the same one that's always here, so I don't really care. They have cute stuff, but it's not really the same as mine, so that's great. I went and got my booth money from the bank. That was loud. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I probably won't film as much as I did last time, but I'll still try and film a lot. Guys, the whole day I feel like I was gonna forget something. I forgot my notebook. So we're gonna do the recording on my phone, and then I'm gonna have to write that down for the breakdown. That's if we sell anything though. Still not quite sure about that. Hey guys, I'm by myself right now, but it's going pretty good. Not too busy, honestly, but happy with it, so that's good. I don't have much to say, and it's kind of busy now, so. This might be my last update. Oh, there's copyright music. Hey guys, it's almost 6, but sorry about the loud drumming over and over and over and over again. Yeah, it won't stop, so I just decided to update you now. But I'm gonna hate editing that angle of myself, so let's not do that, but. It's going pretty good. Not very busy. Not very busy. No, that's pretty much what I expected, right? Hey guys, it's now 8 o'clock and we're going to pack up soon. So, yeah. I'll let you guys know how it went some other time, probably in a week. You guys know how it is. Hey guys, so now we are back from the market. It's actually only been 2 days since the market, and I'm really hoping you guys can't hear the humming, hissing sound that's coming from the ring light. That's gonna bug me if you can. But we are going to do a breakdown of how this market went, and I think it's very interesting overall. So let's get right into it. Okay, I had to turn the ring light off because that hissing noise was really bothering me, but hopefully the lighting's not too bad. So I copied everything down onto my computer, like everything I sold, and as I told you guys, I forgot my notebook, so I was writing things that I sold on my phone. Would not recommend doing that. It was really not my thing. not my thing. So definitely won't forget my notebook again, hopefully. So we're just gonna go through one by one what I sold, and it's not gonna be in the order I sold because I don't have that list in front of me. So I'm just gonna go down based off of what's on my chart here. And then we will talk about how much money I made total and how the market went overall. So let's get into it. Sorry the camera's shaking and that it keeps changing angles. I'm having troubles with this tripod today. So the first thing that I sold on my list here is a stress ball. I sold one stress ball. This was a e-transfer sale, I believe, because it was actually my uncle. He bought a stress ball and his e-transfer actually didn't go through because he thought there was supposed to be a, what's it called, security question on it, but there wasn't, so he must have typed it in wrong. And I told him that he had it in wrong and he still did it. So yeah, I'm gonna get that figured out though, so it's fine. So that was one stress ball. It was blue for $5. And then the next thing that I sold was scrunchies. They sold really good for me at this market. I sold my scrunchies for 3 for $10 or $4 each, and I actually made 2 sales of 3 for $10 scrunchies. So that's a total of $20 and 6 scrunchies sold, which is really amazing. I hadn't prepped any this year because they were all from last market season. So it was really nice to get some of those gone. As I have mentioned a lot, this market was kind of all about getting rid of some of my old inventory, and I definitely did that. So that's really, really amazing. And if you guys want my scrunchie pattern, it is a free video tutorial here on YouTube for you. Next up, something that we made in our market prep video most recently. Make sure to watch that video if you haven't already. It was really fun to make lots of market bestsellers with you guys and set up our table and everything. But it was the small bee that we made. So the big bee did not sell, but the small bee did. And I actually forgot it sold until I looked today, but it definitely did. So it sold for $12. It's one of my lowest priced plushies. I think it is my lowest priced plushie if you don't include like stress balls and mini octos. So that's great. And I was really, really happy to have that sell. And I kind of want to do a tutorial for my mini bees. So let me know if you want a tutorial, but if not, there's like a million out there already. It's just I have a specific way of making them that I like. So let me know. Next up, we have mushroom pops, the little fidget mushroom guys. So cute. At my last market, these did not sell very well. I only sold one, but I did lower the price of these because they're in a container with other fidgets that are $5. So I just figured, why not make them all $5? They used to be $8, but I was selling them for $5 and a lot of people really liked them. So I ended up selling 2. So that was a total of $10. And I think it was a green one and blue one, or a green one and a pink one. So that was really nice to have some of those sell as well. Next up, we have a bestseller at all my markets, and I didn't prep any of these for this market. I just had 4 left over from my last market that didn't sell, and these are axolotls. So cute. And I sold 2 of them for a total of $34. They are $17 each, so that was the highest priced item I sold at this market. So not a lot of my stuff is very expensive, guys, but $17 was the highest price item I sold. And I sold 2 of them. I think it was the green one and the blue one, like the dark green one and the blue one. So that was really nice. I was a little worried at this market because I didn't have any like pinks or purples of my best sellers because they were all sold out and I didn't have enough yarn to restock them. But the other ones did sell really well, so it was really, really nice to have them, and I'm really glad that 2 of those axolotls sold. I do quickly want to mention that the other thing I had right beside the axolotls was the triceratops, and the triceratops did not sell at this market, which is really funny because usually they always sell, but this market was very unique. Like, I didn't sell any mini octos either, which usually I would sell a lot, so it was interesting. The next thing that I sold though is a bestseller. However, I did not sell any of these at my last market, so I was very curious to see how they would sell for me this time. And I did sell one for $10, and that is leggy frogs. I make my leggy frogs with acrylic yarn, and they're so cute. I think the person bought a green one, and green does sell the best, but I usually have a few other colors as well, just in case somebody wants like a purple one. But yeah, I think it helped because usually Fiona also sells these with me, but as you guys know, I was at the market on my own, so there was no like competition, I guess, with those, even though that's like a weird way to put it. So I was really happy to have one of those guys sell as well. Next up is another thing that did not sell at my last market, but it did sell at this one, and that is chickens. People really love chickens, but they have not been as popular this year for me as they were last year, although I only did one market last year, so it's kind of hard to tell. But people really liked them this year, and somebody actually bought one, so I sell these for $14. It's another one of my lower priced items, and I love making these. They're super market prep friendly, so I'll link the tutorial I used for these as well as all the other patterns and tutorials I used to make anything I'm mentioning in this video in the description box. So if you want to check them out, that's where they'll be for you. Next up, another thing that did not sell at my last market but did sell at this one, so I was super happy, was chicken nuggets. So my chicken nuggets, I love them. They're so cute, and they always get a lot of attention, but they don't always get sold. At my markets last year, they sold very well, but at the market I did in June of this year, they did not sell at all, which was very interesting. I was wondering if it was because I didn't use velvet yarn this year and I used like blanket yarn, but one of them sold at my market this month, so that was amazing. And I sold these for $8, so I guess that's also a lower priced plushie, but I don't even know if it's really a plushie because it's so tiny. And I was really happy to have that sell as well because I love those guys and I didn't sell any of them, so I really wanted to have at least one of them sell, and it did. Next up, one of my favorite products, especially non-plushy products, and that is my puff flower claw clips. These are so cute, and I spent so much time making them and preparing them for this market season, and I had never sold them before. One of them did sell at my market in June, and then another one sold at my market this past week. So I sold these for $15 each, and again, I sold one. I think it was the light blue one, and yeah, I was super happy to have that sell as well. All right, the final two things that we sold. I know, not very many sales at this market, but that's okay. The first one was a sunflower keychain, my favorite keychains that I make. I am going to be making a tutorial for those coming up shortly. I've been saying in my market prep videos I'm going to make the watermelon keychain tutorial, so I kind of feel like I have to make that one first, but I am also going to do the sunflower one hopefully, so I'm really excited to share that pattern with you guys. But I sold one of these for $6, and I know that this person bought two things, but I don't know what the other thing they bought was. And I'm starting to think it was a mini octo and I didn't record it. But I didn't record it, so what am I supposed to do? Go count them? But I remember they had one thing for $6 and one thing for $5, and I didn't write down the $5 thing. So I need to figure that out, but I will figure it out for you guys. Anyways, though, the last thing I sold was a marble fidget. So I just made these little marble fidgets in one of my market prep videos, and they had like a flat marble in the center, and then you can like move it around. I love those ones, but I didn't really know if they were gonna sell because like I didn't have them displayed very good, so they were just kind of thrown in one of my fidget bins. But one of them did sell for $5, so that was absolutely amazing, and I was really happy to have one of those sell. Okay, just kidding guys, that was not the last thing I sold because I just went back in my footage and I totally did have at least 9 mini octos. It says I had 10 remaining on my chart. I don't think the chart's right because the stress balls was also not right. So whoops. But I started with 9 in my display, and then there was this little light blue one, and it sold for $5, or somebody stole it, but I'm pretty positive that that was what was with the sunflower keychain. So that's great, and I added it to my sales. But again, I hated using my phone to record my sales because I clearly forgot some, and it's really lucky that all the money in my money box is mine this time, because usually it would be mine and Fiona's, and that could lead to me not getting my money that I deserved, you know? So that would have sucked, but it's all my money anyway, so even if this total is not 100% accurate, it's all going to me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I did sell 1 mini octo, so that was amazing. So now let's get into totals. We take cash and e-transfer. This was the first market though that using only e-transfer was kind of a problem for for me. It's literally never been a problem before last market, but I am gonna look into the square app thing because a lot of people on my last market video recommended that I use the square app and people can tap on it, which is amazing, and thank you guys so much for telling me about that. But I'm still not super excited about using it because they take so many fees, and I would probably raise my prices because of the fees. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'll consider it for next market season. Anyways though, I take cash in e-transfer, and in e-transfer, I don't have this written down, but there was a $25 sale, there was a $10 sale, I want to say, and there was a $5 sale. Let me just double check that. So that would be $40 in e-transfer, and then according to my total, that means I made $104 in cash. So this is like probably one of the worst markets I've ever done, but also low-key I thought I made like $60 when I was at the market. So I don't really know where 144 came from, which is the total, but that's really great, honestly, because I was only there for 4 hours, and that's like more money than I would have made if I worked a 4-hour shift somewhere. So I'm happy with that. But also, obviously, it wasn't the best market. It was not the busiest market. There was not very many people there whatsoever, and the people who were there were not really shopping. So that's okay. It was still a really fun night and a really positive experience. As you guys know, I had never done a market by myself before, and I was kind of worried about it. I'm not very independent when it comes to things like that, like social settings, but it was really fun, and my dad actually was up there with me most of the time, so that was really great, and I'm really lucky that he came and helped me set up and take down and sat with me for most of it and everything. We had chicken fingers and fries for dinner together. It was really good, and overall, like, the vibes and the night was really good, and I am proud of myself for doing it by myself, even though I didn't have very much inventory, even though Fiona wasn't there, even though I knew it wasn't going to be very busy. It was still a really good experience, and that is what it was all about for me this time, so I'm really happy about it. But yeah, I did make $144, and then I also had a $5 tip, so that is a total of $149. And then, as I told you guys, the booth fee was $30, so in case you're curious, I personally don't really deduct it from my money I made because I paid ahead of time out of my own pocket. I don't care. But if you are curious how much that would be if we subtracted $30, it is $119. So that's $119 more than I had when I went, and that's $119 I'm bringing with me to New York. So I count that as a win. But yeah, it was really interesting to see bestsellers at this market as well. If we look at it, it was definitely scrunchies and mushroom pops, axolotls, and that's pretty much it. Everything else was just one. But it was really interesting because things sold that did not sell at my really busy and successful market. So that was great to figure out, because I was kind of like, oh, should I keep making this kind of thing if it didn't sell? So having that second experience this year was really helpful for me because I can see that in a different setting it can sell. So I'll definitely keep making most of the stuff that I prepped this year, and overall I'm really happy with how this spring of markets went. In terms of the most profitable things that I sold at this market, these scrunchies made me a total of $20, and the axolotls made me a total of $34, and then the one claw clip made me $15. So again, I don't sell my stuff for very much money, but those were my highest value of sales. That's not correct. You guys know what I mean. Anyways, I'm really happy. Stop saying really. Anyways, I'm really happy that you guys came with me to this market. I definitely felt less alone because you guys were with me, and it was just really fun to take you guys along with me this time. It was definitely a lot different than the last market that we did, but it was still a success in its own way, and I'm really happy that I did it. But with that being said, I don't have any more markets scheduled for the rest of this summer, but I am looking into one for November, the first day of November, I believe it is. So stay tuned to see if I do that one. It would probably be the biggest market I ever did, so that's kind of nerve-wracking, but I know that it's very busy and it's also indoors. Anyways, I am looking into doing that, and it would be so fun because I could make Christmas stuff. Like, it's a Christmas market, and I maybe can make Halloween stuff, although it'll be the day after Halloween, but I literally cannot wait for that, even though I'm not even doing it yet. So let me know if you think I should do it, and we will see what happens. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming along with me. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to see more videos like this one. I will still be making market type content, business type content for you guys, even though we're not doing any more markets in the near future. So get excited for that, and also get excited for the tutorials coming on the keychains I told you guys about, and maybe the bee as well. And let me know if you want tutorials for anything else. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!